So my biggest myth, if that interests you, I think my biggest myth that I think gets in the way is this notion that, to innovate effectively, you have to be some sort of, you have to be born. It has to be a genius. You have to be, Steve Jobs, and you appear on a clamshell in the middle of the night, and the earth opens. And I mean, yes, of course, talent and creativity and those flashes of insight are all part of the mix. But you could say that about any form of human endeavor. So what I would argue is, the vast part of innovation is well understood. We know how to do this. We know what some of the ingredients are. And the unwillingness, I think, to sort of even step a toe in the water until you're convinced you have this genius is a big problem. On the flip side, there are an awful lot of would-be innovation geniuses who really are not Steve Jobs and who really are not, one of those. And yet they sort of build this cult of personality around them. You see that's a fair bit in the well-funded startup world, where you've got these people who are, very talented, but they don't have that vision, perhaps, that Jobs or someone like that had.
One of the things, can I build on what you just said? Because I think that's really important to emphasize that even more. So one of the things, with all our books and with the one behind me, what we try to do is push kind of the boundaries. We frankly believe that innovation is almost like a profession. It's starting to get boring because we know how it works, right? So it's almost getting closer to accounting than anything else. But that also means you don't learn it over a weekend, at a workshop or a startup weekend or so. It's something that's hard to learn, and you need to learn it more like a doctor. You don't just learn the theory, but you have to learn the theory, right? Anatomy, physiology. At the same time, you need the practice. So it's back and forth. It's not one or the other, because I don't like it when people say, no, startup, you just have to do it. No, it's actually a profession. And then there are those say, you can teach it. Yes, you can, but you also need to practice. So most successful entrepreneurs is not the first time. There's this myth of the first time founder, 20 years old. The statistics show you something else. It's actually after 40, 45 where founders are most successful. And the same will go inside the corporations. And then the maybe one myth to add, because we're talking about innovation kind of skills or talent. I think there is that aspect. So often CEOs think we need to bring in the talent. I've never seen a large company that didn't have brilliant people who could come up with new ventures. It's more a systems problem. You need to take down the barriers that are blocking them from actually living up to their potential, and the idea is to live up to the potential. It's never a talent problem.